Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and this reading is going to be for February 2nd, 2021, but of course I'm always looking for a timeless message to help us heal our souls. And as usual, I'm using the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. And okay, so 3 cards for the day and to help heal our souls. Ooh, we have the 7 of Wands, and our theme for the day is the 9 of Wands, but it's straight up. That's different than yesterday. We had that same card, but reversed. Ooh, the High Priestess. Oh my goodness. Fantastic. Wow. Okay, so with the 9 of Wands as the theme, well, it can be that we just need to hang in there and persevere. It's a card that's full of determination. I mean, you can see she had so much determination, she even built a little fence, to protect herself. So it's like saying, no matter what, it's tenacity, perseverance, the determination to get something done. And you're almost there. In fact, you really are, pretty much just there. It's a card of strong vitality, good health. It's a card of strength. Even if it had to do with having to win some type of a little battle, and I say that because I'll show you the original. Let's see. With the original Rider-Waite. So that's a 7, 8. Here's the 9. So this is often the card of like the wounded warrior. Well, in this situation, it'd be the wounded spiritual warrior, which isn't really wounding, but it's, it's work and it's effort. But you can see, if I can get it to focus, yeah, see how he's got, a bandage on his head. But he's strong. He's strong, and it's like he's looking out. You could imagine these guys in the old days as being, the ones who would guard the family, who would be at the top of like the castle walls, looking out, and always protecting life. You can see all the little buds of life on all of the wands. So. And he's firmly planted on the ground, There's nothing going on, nothing weird going on with his feet, like in the 7 of Wands. This guy, this guy's like bridging the gap between 2 places, 2 realms, and his shoes don't match, So we don't know why or what happened there. But anyway, so with the 9 of Wands, I think it's a position of strength, and I say spiritual strength because I guess I could have left that 7 of Wands out. But I say spiritual strength because we have the High Priestess, and with the High Priestess, the lesson there is always to take the time to go inside and listen to, whatever you want to call it, if you want to call it your higher self, or if you want to call it your, the voice within, all of your intuitive psychic faculties. This card is all about, your intuition, your inspiration, your artistic abilities even, and also, like hidden wisdom that you can only find within, that is either specific to you or someone you're helping. This is the place, this is the part of us that's, inside of us where we can always tap into universal spiritual laws, and where we can go to find our protection, from darkness, which is tapping into our love. Our light is our natural protection. But it's a place where we can get inside and create and even express from our inner being. But it's our own like personal guidance system. So where you're centered and in alignment with your guidance system. And there's more of a, like unity between your feeling and your knowing. And So it's, I mean, it's just one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. Um, it's the place too where you learn how to trust yourself, where you find your inner clarity, where you have an understanding of you and your path in your life. It's like your own inner intelligence that goes beyond time and space, like your internal, eternal intelligence. So if there's been a lot of work to work with your psychic processes, I would say that's beautiful and that's wonderful. And the Seven of Wands is here to tell us that we do have to have strong boundaries. If you want to, put yourself in a bubble of pink light before you meditate and before you start your psychic work, you can do that. That's beautiful. But I always like to just tap into my love and ask for my higher self to align me. I set the intention, to align with the highest realms of love. And because that's where I know I'm going to get the truth, because love and truth are one and the same. So whatever, however you choose to, to do your inner work, to do your psychic work, to do your intuitive work, or even just to just meditate and ask your spirit, what is it that you want me to know? I remember years and years and years ago, I used to read all of Louise Hay's books, and she said in the beginning, like, she would just always sit every day and ask, what did her divine self, please, I think her prayer was like, please reveal to me whatever I need to know for the day. And she did that every morning. I grabbed onto that like crazy, and I just think it's the most beautiful thing. So with this Nine of Wands, I think it's the worthiest determination, work that we can do, a determined work that we can do, and then with the Seven of Wands, sometimes now this is often a card of complete just victory, and being, it's even more than being seen, because it follows here. Hold on, let me grab the Six of Wands. I'm pretty sure you guys know this card, the victory card. So that's the card before it. So that's the card where you're seen and you're recognized. You have, or at least you have some accomplishments that you can pat yourself on the back for. And now you're at a different place. You're not struggling anymore, right? I mean, like, if we just look at between the here, if we go from the 5 to the 6 to the 7, the 5 is all about struggle. And all the 5s are, they're the more challenging suits. And when you let go of struggling to be on top, what happens is that you learn to just, struggle to keep your heart open is really the only thing that we should be struggling with. And that takes, like I was saying before, the intention to constantly open your heart and to remind yourself, to open your heart. So from there, then we will have a place inside of us where we do feel like, we have created something that we've moved forward in a way to where we're whole on some level, and we can continue to go. But then when we get to the 7, then sometimes, because the 7s often bring in, like, the 6s can be a unification, the 5s can be a bit of a conflict. So we've got a conflict, but then we find a way to rise above it and open our hearts and unify something within, or come into some, inner union. And then the 7s come in, and we have oftentimes decisions. The 7s can bring in decisions. So here we go with this 7 of Wands here, and it is always about being brave. Being brave, having Sometimes having some discussions, to where, because you are trying to make decisions to move forward, but you want to be careful not to go too quickly. And it can sometimes bring in sometimes a little bit of a delay, but that's okay, because you're getting your like your firm footing. That's where I do prefer to go to this card often, because this one's kind of lofty, but it does bring in that element of having a really healthy boundary, right? I mean, you can see that in the image. But with a traditional Rider-Waite, we've got a guy taking a stand, and he's saying, nobody crosses this line. And she's saying that as well. She has her line in the sand, but it's more on the inner levels, where this guy's definitely in the outer levels. So whatever it is for you, if it's an inner or an outer issue, well, everything's brings us back to the inner issue. But when your inner forces are strong inside, which is the point I'm coming to here, when you have those, your inner, when you have your inner strength, this card can go really well with the strength card, the major arcana. When you have that inner strength, there's no reason to fight. There's no reason to, you just say, no, this is the way it is for me. Or at least right now, I might change my mind later. Or, you just know. Like, you don't have to fight about it. You can even be silent about it. These two cards, if we just go with this deck, and even, in the traditional Rider-Waite, the High Priestess is all about silence and finding your inner small, still voice, your stillness within. And, that will whisper to you. Your higher self is not going to yell at you. Unless it's like suddenly, like, get out of the way if something's coming around the corner that's, could get you. But I think that's pretty rare. It's never happened to me. But with the Seven of Wands, we're in that realm of having that strong, silent inner strength as well. So if I had to sum up these three cards in a nutshell, I would say, strong, silent, inner strength. And that's pretty much it. I really don't know what else to say about it, but these are beautiful cards for the day and for any time in our lives. Okay, well, I am done. I will bid you goodbye and take good care, and I'll be back soon.